Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to a weekly message from Jesus. Each week, we try to bring you his words. I know many of you believe I cannot be speaking his words, but I am, and I will continue to do it as long as I can. I hope that you're telling your friends about these wonderful messages, and I hope that you're living by them. So, anyway, our Father is here, so let us begin. Hello, everyone. As Barry said, once again, I'm coming to you to bring you a message. Today, I'm going to give you a bit of a glimpse into the future. I want you to understand what is taking place around you, and I want you to know that if you do not follow my words, then what has taken place in the past will indeed take place again. You see, for thousands and thousands of years, individuals have been using their free will to be very evil. I know many of you think I made a mistake giving free will to humans, but this is how the soul advances. If you don't have the ability to make your own decisions, then your soul can't advance, because what happens when your soul is judged is based solely on how you live your life. Now, I walked the earth a couple thousand years ago. I thought that it was time to come back to truly bring you my messages. I knew that there were many, many problems at the time. I knew the Romans were very brutal. I knew that civilization was worshiping many different deities or gods. And I knew that it was a time for change. What happened? Many people followed my words. They believed, they listened. My disciples did a wonderful job of spreading my words. They knew what my words were, and they spread them pretty accurately. But not many of my words were written down. So through the ages, many of them got changed, altered. The church felt that they needed more changes to my words. You see, I didn't speak of fear. I didn't speak of hell. I spoke of heaven. I spoke that people that would follow my words would join me there. I spoke of happiness, happiness of the soul. I spoke of the happiness people find when they help each other, when they love each other, when they don't show anger. I've never seen a happy person show anger or hatred. You see, that makes other people angry as well. And then that anger is passed on. But what I want you to understand today is that up until this time, no civilization has existed more than, 500 of your years. No civilization has prospered without truly following my words, and no civilization has been able to do that as yet. Now, if you look into the future, you will see many problems. Currently, you find that there is so much evil in the world that it is emulating much of what took place in the past. Today, your politicians are gaining much power, and they look at that power as the ability to do anything that they want to do. You see, to them, when they gained that power, they're entitled to the spoils of war. They're entitled to take advantage of that power. They think that they can serve a lifetime doing what they want, building as much wealth, building as much power, doing as much as they can to make sure that the common person is in their debt. You see, today your government controls your monetary policy. They control your policies towards other countries, your tax rates. They can create inflation. If the middle class is getting too powerful, they'll do something for inflation because that brings everybody back into line. When people lose the ability to purchase, then they're in debt. They become forced to remain under the control of programs that are issued by the government. Law and order. They'll eliminate the peacemakers. They will allow people that are breaking the law to run wild. You see, that puts more pressure on the middle class, on the business owners. A business owner may not be able to control theft. It may put them out of business, and then he is under the control, the thumb of the politicians as well. Now, there are many, many good people out there, but you have to elect them. You see, a wise man said one time that you get the government that you deserve. And he was very accurate. Now, if you continue to let this trend of government take place, then there will be a time that your government will fail. All governments have. You see, right now, your government is spending much more money than they take in. That creates debt. Debt is something that you don't want. Debt is something that can be very difficult to control. You need fiscal responsibility in your government. You don't have it now. You haven't had it for quite a few years. But you see, that debt will bury you. Just the same as an individual that takes too much debt, he cannot pay for that debt, and he goes bankrupt and fails. Why do you think a government's any different? If you reach a point that you can't service the huge debt that you have, and you may already be there, then government's going to fail. If you look into the future, you can see the possibility of evil people actually destroying mankind. It doesn't make any sense, but truly evil people don't make sense. They're going to do all that they can to assure that what they get, they're like spoiled children. If they don't get their way, then they'll destroy the toy. Two children fighting over a toy. One will break it so the other one can't have it. Think of what's taking place in your world the same way. Right now, you have nuclear weapons. You have one country, Iran, that's on the edge of having nuclear weapons. It's going to happen. These people simply want to kill others with these weapons. They want to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. Well, Israel is going to differ with that. If you look to the future, you may see a great war between those two countries, and it'll spill over. Once a person uses a nuclear weapon, then someone else will use it as well. That's a huge risk. People that believe in me need to do all that they can to bring peace to the world. They need to show the love of which I speak, the coexistence. They need to rid themselves of anger so that they can maintain self-control. When you get truly angry, you don't do rational things. You see, rational is following my words. It's not rational to do anything to anyone else that you don't want done to you. I look into the future and I see a lot of irrational things happening. I could step in and stop much of it, or all of it even. But humans have to use their free will to do what they can. They have to use that free will to follow my words, to be rational. Do you think war is rational? No. War is irrational. It destroys economies, destroys countries, destroys innocent people. War is one of the most irrational things you can think of. But the threat of war is even more irrational. I want all of you to step back and think about good. I want you to think about how you can help somebody else, not how you can hurt somebody else. If humans do not step up and do what is necessary to break the chain of hatred, to understand that all people are truly equal, if humans don't step up and do that, the future is very dim. If you look at the past, you will see exactly why civilizations and cultures have failed. That is why many people don't want you to understand history. That's why they're taking it out of the schools. You see, evil today thinks they're much clever than evil in the past. They're not. There were some incredibly evil people out there. They're all down in my lowest level, and they're going to stay there for a while. You see, I try to protect humans from them. I don't want truly evil souls to come back because evil is a contagion. Evil is like the worst virus that was ever present. Evil is a plague. Evil is something that will destroy you much faster than the worst plague of which you can conceive. Because evil destroys structure. Governments are supposed to protect its people. Evil government only looks out for itself. I would hope that each of you would make up your minds to do as much as you can to defeat evil. You see, I can see the future, and some things that I see are terrible. Does not have to be. You see, each moment, the future changes based on decisions that humans make. So as I look at the future, I can see what will take place if humans don't change. And I can assure you, it's not good. Those of you that believe in me, you will be fine. You see, heaven's a wonderful place. I tell all of you that the day of your passing is the greatest day of a human life. That is a concept that many of you have difficulty with. I don't want you to fear death. But if it comes because of evil humans, then you will be the victims. But you will be rewarded for trusting in me. There are always victims of evil. It's been that way since day one for the human beings. Victimhood can change. Take control of those that govern you. Take control of those around you. Very easy. Just simply follow my words. Now, I don't want to scare all of you today, but if things don't change, the future can be very difficult. But the future can be wonderful. It can be all of the things that you want it to be, but you all have to take action. You all must show love, and you must put people in your leadership roles that believe in me. It's pretty much that simple. So I'll be back again next week. I thank you for listening. I hope I didn't scare you. I didn't want to. I want to show you reality. Reality can make your life wonderful, or it can make your life terrible. But when you return home, all will be well. So I bless all of you that are listening, especially those of you that are passing my words. I'll be back again next week with another message. I bless all of you, and goodbye. Thank you, Father. Reality. I know a lot about history, and I know a lot about failure in the past. Let's all do what we can to elect officials that believe in God. I don't care what party it is. I really don't. I don't even care if it's the third, fourth, or fifth party. What I care about is putting the best people in politics as we can find. So goodbye. Thank you for listening, and we will return.